Last week on The Joke's on Me.
I went to this all-female comedy night by accident, obviously.
Ladies comedy nights for the ladies!
The notion that females aren't funny comes from a generation of male comics that are really misogynistic.
The only funny thing about girls in comedy is that they try it.
I got on stage and before I even opened up my mouth, he said, oh, it's a woman.
Oh, aren't I cute and sweet? It wouldn't be great at raising a baby.
A homeless guy asked me for $2 today and I gave him $1.67 because that's how much a woman would get for doing the same job.
Every well-known comedian was once an unknown comedian.
Remember doing this on a really hot day? The problem is people behind you think you're doing something completely different.
Night after night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some comedy?
Mic after mic. Dedicated or just delusional?
I'm pursuing my passion. And we all know there's money in passion.
I'd love to make a good living.
Yeah, good one, good luck!
Come backstage as we follow the people following the dream.
We're all weird. We don't get paid. You get a drink voucher if you're lucky.
Comedy is one of those things where there's no obvious path.
You can't just tick your boxes down a sheet and at the bottom of it is success.
You will get heckled.
What?
Essentially, you're putting yourself in a situation that most people find terrifying. If you kill, you're a hero. And if you die, you're the person that ruined their night.
Yeah, you still get nervous, definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. The palms get sweaty, you feel the heart rate going up, talk a lot quicker.
I was just pacing. They're so fucking nervous.
Not necessarily before big shows, like I'll get nervous. If it's just a tiny crowd, I'll get nervous because I'm thinking, fuck, there's like 7 people there. I've got to fucking make 7 people laugh. How is that possible?
I don't even know if I enjoy it. I struggle beforehand, I get massive waves of anxiety.
I don't have any nervousness at all up until maybe 10 minutes before I go on stage, and then my whole body just wants to cave in on itself and I want to kill myself.
Stage, Ben Elwood! Hi! How are ya? No response, nothing. But here we go anyway, alright. Would you pick me as a Jew? No, someone said no. And you said that very emphatically, you fucking anti-Semite. Why am I projecting all my fear onto you people like you're judging me? You want me to succeed, don't you? Yeah. All right. Does anyone... Oh, shit. I had the momentum and now I've lost it. Oh, shit. Don't you ever get trapped in your own consciousness up there?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you become aware of it from an outside perspective.
It's like you're a tightrope walker and you suddenly become aware that you're up really high and oh shit. In the space of like 45 seconds I made every rookie mistake you could possibly make, and you can just hear them going like, this guy sucks. This is horrible. The fear isn't, oh shit, I'll disappoint the audience or disappoint the promoter. It's like, oh, I'm the one that's got to live in this fucking bone prison.
The audience is almost not there. Often it's more me going like, oh, it's going well now, is it? What happens if it doesn't? Like what? Oh, you think you're so funny with your stupid pullback and reveal. What a hack.
I still get these irrational fears occasionally where it's like, oh God, what if I get on stage and I just shit myself? What if I get on stage and I forget how to speak? You know, like what happens then?
Do you know what I mean? It's constantly in my head. Like I feel like the audience is just like fucking cattle that's brought in, or sheep that just blurt. I don't know, they're all right.
I think maybe it's maybe from watching Seinfeld and every stand-up comedy special that you've ever seen. You think that audiences are just fucking hungry for stand-up and they're sitting there and all they want to do is laugh and they fucking adore you and they're waiting to give you ovations. That just is not the case.
There are people that go that think, yeah, fucking, yeah, go and make me laugh. I think on the whole, my experience with audiences are that they want you to do well.
Audience don't want comics to fail. When you go to a club, you know, it's like anything else. You go to a movie, you go to a play. You don't want to go there and go, well, I hope this is going to be shit.
You know what, man, it depends on the night, you know. Sometimes they come out there for a bucks night, all hostile straight away, because they're drunk and they just want to get this over with so they can look at titties. That's the quickest way, you know, you fucking up, bang the phone, and you see the blue from the Facebook Hello. At a comedy show, fat prick, dying on stage, wish I wasn't here. Straight away, you know.
This is fucked. It's bullshit. I'm so angry with you guys. Where's the reaction? What happened? You can fuck off. I invested hard in this. And look at you sitting there. Oh, fucking lift it up. It's not enjoyable for me up here. Like, really. These ideas are all right. Like, they're fine. They all work. They're jokes. And you just sit there. You're not reacting. I'm like, what's happened? You're being made redundant? What's going on? It's not my fault you've had a bad day. And now look what you've done. You've made me had a bad day. And I've not enjoyed any moment of this shit. So thank you. Have a good night. Do you know what I reckon the reason that they clam up in a comedy room? Because they don't know you, they don't know if they're in safe hands. You start talking about Catholics or race, straight away people seize up and go like, oh shit. So you almost have to give them fairy floss for a while.
I live in a share house and with a few people. One of the guys, he actually helped make me. It's my dad. My dad told me that my granddad explained marriage, or like babies and procreation and life, to him using babushka dolls, which I think caused him a lot of confusion when my mum gave birth to me using her vagina. He was like, oh, Doc, I thought we'd be using the twist and pop method. Are there any more babies inside this baby? Or I don't know. But my dad's been remarried a few times. Every time my dad gets remarried, the wife is like younger and smaller, and her face makes less sense. It's just like a lip here, a lip here.
The audience will only have fun with a topic or with a subject if you have fun with the topic or a subject. I've seen some acts get up, they're like, say, overweight. Say they're overweight, and they get up and they talk about their weight. And they talk about their weight, why is me, I'm so fat, the ladies hate me, I'm alone, I'm single, blah, 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 all this stuff. And the ones that don't do it with a wink of irony or don't, and just do it with pure, bitter sarcasm are the ones that you think, oh, poor fella. He's not coping at all, and he's just using us as a platform to vent against. You have to come out and go, look, this is who I am. I'm actually cool with that, so you should be cool and on board with it too.
I know you're sitting there, you're looking at me thinking, wow, wow. You look and sound exactly like the sloth from Ice Age. Lap it up, ladies, lap it up.
If you go onto stage with your flaws, address your flaws and make fun of them, they instantly see a comic who is cool with who he is and is appreciative of that, is fine with that. They don't see someone on stage who is just being on stage because they think it might help, but it's not really helping, and they're still insecure and they're still vulnerable and they're still a mess, and you know, we're basically witnessing a car crash on stage.
This daddy does boxing classes. That's right, and the other day I went to try the first of these with a friend. We did all the cardio, stretches and boxing, and I thought I was doing okay, I thought I did all right. Then I found out the next day that apparently the trainer thought my friend was my carer. So I came back to the next class wearing a bib, a helmet, a full body leotard and a cape, clapping my hands saying, let's get physical, physical. You know why? You know why, Balmain? If they want retard, I'll give them retard.
I used to have this awful joke when I first started, because every male comic has to start with a dick joke. I had this awful joke where I would start by saying, you know what my problem is with women? Just to get everyone riled up, like, oh, here we go, there's gonna be a misogynistic rant. And I would say, what's with your love of of little things, you know, miniature things, miniaturized items that are miniature versions of the full-size thing. Oh, look at this little teapot, it's so cute. Oh, look at these miniature paper clips, they're so cute. Why don't you ever say that about my fucking dick? And then the whole crowd would roar as one, and that's when I realized very early on that I don't like most crowds.
I did some gigs for politically incorrect comedy, and people were coming out to see this branded comedy that said politically incorrect, and you got up and you did an abortion joke and they didn't like it. It's like, well, it's fucking politically incorrect, you stupid fuckers, you know?
People are like reverse ants. Like an individual ant is a fucking idiot, but collectively is this incredible super society. And it's completely the opposite for humans. Like I've very rarely met an individual human that I can't find something I like, but collectively, that's what makes Holocausts happen. They're just idiots.
I think they definitely act as a collective and they're very sort of instinctual. Do I like them? No. A lot of the times I go to gigs and I'm like, holy shit, I just don't want to make anyone in this room happy. And I sort of walk out and they laugh and I go like, I so wish I had never made you smile.
Like I did a gig a couple of weeks ago where every Comic-Con before me was just awful. And the crowd was just hee-hawing over everything they said. And I just had such contempt for them. And I got on stage and for the first 3 minutes I was killing. And then I just turned on them and I was like, fuck, like it doesn't mean anything killing for you people because your standards collectively are so low that it's almost an insult that you're laughing at me. I'd rather you just sit there staring at me in silence because it would mean more to me than this Pavlovian and I just got really angry at them and it went dead silent. I just heard a guy at the back go, oh, come on, mate.
My parents live in Perth. I went to Perth recently on a holiday. Do you know, like you see your family, you can't deal with it. You're 35, you're in the airport, you're arguing with your mum, you're like, no, I won't wear mittens, I'm a fucking adult. I won't. I took my girlfriend on the last trip, it certainly lowered her opinion of humanity. The stuff you can't explain. Yeah, it's 43 degrees. But the air conditioning unit, it's not to be turned on. Not in our fucking house, no. It's more of a display item. A middle class trophy of success. Something to be casually dropped into dinner party conversation. Have you told your missus about the air conditioning unit? I basically was trying to work out whether the audience just laughed if it became like sort of Pavlovian or whether they were actually laughing at what you said. So I'd do a bit that was going well, like, woo, mama's titties, and they're all like clapping, yeah, how funny is that with the milk and shit. But then I'd drop in just a hateful racist joke to see if they still laughed, and they would always laugh. And then it would stall and they'd go, what the fuck, we trusted you. You asshole, you stole our fucking retirement fund.
Can you please tell a bit?
I'm trying to remember the bit. So I was raping this black baby the other day, like bounce, bounce. And I looked down and said, hang on, this is a boy. Oh no, I can't remember, I'm not homosexual. And then I'd go like, look, hang on, this is a boy. But I'm not gay. So I was just trying to, basically what I was trying to do is take everything that was bad. Like they said, don't do rape jokes, racist jokes, homosexual jokes. So I tried to create the perfect joke. And then the tag after was like, oh, that joke kills in Africa. And then I go like, oh, hang on, no, that's actually AIDS. That was done for psychology, just to see whether like they were just going with it. He seems fun, he seems fun, he seems fun, and then just go like, ah, rape, baby, cancer, AIDS, Jesus Christ. I know someone with all this. But yeah.
It fascinates me, the racism, because I grew up in a really small country town, and I know like small country towns have got this reputation for being kind of racist or whatever, but I really feel like my country town, it wasn't so much like that. Not because we were like really well cultured or, you know, wise or whatever, just because we just didn't have anyone to be racist towards. Like literally we had one Chinese family in our town. They ran the Chinese restaurant. Like, man, the normal stereotypes don't apply in those situations. You can't be like, fucking look at them coming here stealing all our jobs. I was going to open a Chinese restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, fucking Asian drivers always delivering Chinese food. Like, this doesn't fucking work.
I have actually got one joke that I've ditched just because I don't know that it was, like, no one ever said to me that's offensive, but it had the potential to offend people and offend them properly, which is fine if you're going to offend people, but I wasn't really making any point with it. Basically the joke was, I was talking about reality television, And my wife loves the reality television shows, and I used to say, you know, my wife loves the reality television, especially the cooking shows. Anything that combines ovens and contestants being systematically eliminated, she'll watch. She would have watched the Holocaust if it was a TV show, which you can edit that out. It's like it never ever, no one ever came up to me and said that's horrible. If I was a better writer or a more, even just a more, not as lazy a writer, I could come up with something that's as funny but not as offensive.
I don't like easy laughs. It's not that I don't like them, but, you know, there's got to be more to it than that.
So guys, are there any Super Mario Brothers fans in the audience? Oh, yay, nostalgia! Hey, in lieu of jokes, I just thought I'd say some things that excite a nostalgic part of your brain and release a little serotonin thing in lieu of writing jokes. Remember the gummy bears? Remember Snorks? They were just like Smurfs, but they had pipes on their heads. If I was in Melbourne, I would have just won the Barry.
I like going to the places that make people feel, or that would seem to make people feel uncomfortable, but actually is a catharsis for people. For me, the biggest gift you can give to an audience is that talking about something so intensely personal that should have some shame connected to it, but is actually so universal that everyone laughs in spite of themselves. I used to have this bit that I did where I was like, have you ever been in a relationship where you hate yourself so much that you start looking at your partner, that you start resenting your partner for loving you? And hardly anyone would ever laugh at that joke, but the people that laugh would laugh like they'd been punched in the soul. Like it would be this like, and that to me is success. Like hitting that nerve where it's like, that moment where someone's like, oh God, I thought that was just me. But it's obviously not just me, because that guy's saying it, and that guy over there's laughing, and that chick's holding her head going, oh shit, I can't believe it. Like that's success, you know, where you kind of touch a nerve.
I was walking out of the train station one day. There was this sign there, big block letters. Real men get raped, and it takes courage to talk about. That is a good ad, because I don't know if I would say anything. If that happened to me, the weird thing is, I think I would rather it be 10 guys than one guy. You know? I think with 10 guys, right, you can walk into the cop station with your head held high and go, I just got raped by 10 guys. And they go, wow. Why don't you sit down over there with a nice warm cup of cocoa, talk to this community councillor woman. You're going to be talking to her a lot over the next couple of months while we try and find these goddamn cowards, you know? And you're sitting there going, oh, this isn't that bad, you know? But, you know, to go in there and tell them, I just got raped by one guy. She's like, well, you just lost a fight and then he fucked you, really? Can we even arrest someone for that?
I think any comedian needs to remain true to their own form of comedy and not pander too much to the audience, but pander enough to know that they're working professionally, especially if you've been paid for a gig.
There's nothing I hate more than someone eating shit on stage and then coming backstage and blaming an audience for it. It really pisses me off, because they're the ones who have made the effort to come down and watch you perform. Don't talk to comedians about whether you're funny. Don't talk to your mates about whether you're funny. If you're on stage and they're laughing, you're funny. And if you're on stage and they're not, you're not. Fucking sack up and make them laugh, because that's your job.
Next week on The Joke's on Me.
I'm just starting to see it as an industry.
It's probably the first thing that I've ever come across in my life that I've wanted really badly to be good at.
There are people out there who have been doing comedy more than 10 years, 15, 20, 25 years.
I don't think it's all about talent.
Sometimes it's about being in the right place at the right time, or having the right material.
So you could actually just have arrived late.
In all honesty, I would do it for free.
I can't earn a living from comedy. Either I'm not good enough or there's no industry. I haven't decided yet.
If you can't hack it and you drop out, then it's not time wasted, because you were never going to get there in the end.
I've given up on the idea that it's worth it.
I've been thinking long and hard about what I should do.
It's a passing